3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So that should help me sync it up. If you are editing this. Which I would appreciate because I've got work to do.
I need to learn how to edit it anyway.
Yeah.
Again, it'll only be half the podcast. So even if I lose it, we'll be even.
Fair enough, fair enough. We've thought of a fun intro for this.
That. Cue the intro.
No, we're not starting it like that.
You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.
How are you enjoying your first day of Easter term, Simon?
Well, I tell you what, the sun is shining. I've been out cutting the grass all day, and we've had lovely weather down here in York. Up here in York to most of the listeners, probably. Still swamped with coursework, as expected.
Again, when do you finish? Do you finish on Friday?
The due dates are on Friday, yeah.
So then after Friday, it's just exams?
There's one extra one I've got to do in a couple of weeks' time. But that's fine.
Oh, okay.
How have you been faring?
I've been alright.
Yeah.
Apart from the leak in the bathroom.
Yes.
I've had a week off work because I was meant to be going up to London for my birthday. So I thought I'll treat myself. I'll have a bath. It'll be nice. It'll be relaxing. And then
Did you whip out the scented candles?
I did whip out the scented candles. And I unplugged the bath, and the bath got about halfway down before I because I was drying off, like getting ready as the bath was draining.
Yeah.
Came downstairs, and I sent you the video. It was horrendous. The bath was just because it was all coming through the ceiling.
Yeah, was it dripping through the light bulb?
It was dripping through the ceiling light, which when I turned it on this morning, it was fine. It's all dried up now. But yeah, you'll be happy because I've ripped the carpet up in the bathroom. We no longer have a carpeted bathroom.
I did think that was a weird thing to have in a bathroom.
You can tell there's been a lot of students living in that house.
Yeah.
Because the carpet stank, like, real bad.
Yeah.
Because it's just years and years of drunken urination.
Urination or...
My mum did tell me off last week because we put a swear in the podcast. So.
Yes, you did. I can't believe it. I'm going to have to edit that out before I submit it to the new place our show is being hosted, which is on Spotify.
Yeah, we're in the big leagues now.
I know. Can you believe it?
We've made it.
Can you believe they're actually uploading our show and not kicking us off?
Oh, are they uploading the radio show or the podcast too?
They will be.
Did they approach us for the podcast?
They did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fancy that. We're in high demand, Alex.
That's actually quite impressive. I mean, apart from the fact that we tagged them in every single thing that we put up there.
Oh, well, yeah. No, we were just playing hard to get. We were just letting them know what they could have if they asked.
Made the podcast independent from the radio show just to wave what they're missing in front of their face.
Well, it's not like they ever abandoned us. We just like, we just started doing our own thing. It's like, hey, do you mind we have it? They don't have the rights to us, do we?
Have we copyrighted us?
Can we copyright ourselves?
Is that like a verbal copyright thing that you can do? Trademark? Can we trademark the Simon and Alex show?
I can't imagine we can. But also, we didn't sign any contract, right? We didn't sign our rights away to the Purple
Not
Radio.
that I know of. But again, we signed really quickly.
They might be very sneaky, yeah. Yeah, it was weird we had to sign it in our own blood. That was a bit of an odd thing.
Yeah, no, that part was iffy, yeah.
But they just explained that that's just normal contract procedure.
Yeah, I assume you also had to sacrifice your eldest son.
Yeah, but that's not a concern for ever, honestly. How's life in the house? Now, I'm long gone.
You should have been back today.
Yes, I should have been back a few days ago, because I wouldn't show up just on the first day of term. I'd be there, like, getting all my settled. Sorry, getting all my stuff settled.
I'm just going to leave all your swears in and take all mine out.
No, because I'm just going to have to bleep over it when we get to the official upload.
No, I will do. Don't worry.
Unfortunately, I'm not in a house on my own, so I'm annoying my other tenants.
No, that doesn't sound like something you would do, Simon.
No, never.
Coming in from a night out.
It's just...
I have missed that.
It's just whenever I, like, collapse into the armchair in the living room when we get back in, and the guitar's, like, right there, you can't expect me to just ignore it.
And I don't know how you do it, too, because I tidied the living room, and I moved the guitar.
I'll always find the guitar. There's no accident. I can barely, like, stand up properly, but I seek out that guitar, and I'm there. I was looking through my finances today.
Oh, yes. Student finance dropped it today, didn't they?
Yes. Oh, that's always a tasty treat. No, I was checking that I'd paid all bills and stuff, and I looked back. It's weird to think at the start of last month was when we got roped into paintballing.
Yes, yeah. That was good old Vicky.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. I had a good time. I don't understand how you can get that far along and decide, yeah, I will actually buy this paintballing session without having people in mind at the start.
No, they do get you. They do get you, to be fair. I've been quite close to stuff like that. Because once they approach you, they do that all day. They know how to approach people so that they feel awkward leaving.
You've got to learn to leave.
But as soon as someone approaches me, I feel like I'm stuck. Like, I don't feel like I can leave.
That's why you carry around like a smoke bomb. Which you did take home with you from paintballing, to be fair.
I did. I also have a paint grenade in my room that I am terribly afraid that it's just going to go off one night.
Is there an expiration date on it? What happens to an out-of-date paintball grenade?
I don't think they were expecting us to take them home.
No, yeah.
So they probably didn't put expiration dates on them.
Yeah, that's going to be a real fun time. 5 a.m, you've had a long shift at work, you just collapse in bed. Bang! Paint everywhere. All your stuff ruined.
Because they are loud. They are so damn loud.
I tell you what, if it doesn't go off while I'm not in the house, I'm going to be terrified when I'm back in the house. I mean, it's your bedroom, that's your problem. But what if it builds up over time and, like, the pressure builds up inside it so the explosion's bigger?
And the volume of paint increases.
No, I just mean it's going to shatter the windows.
That could be a concern.
This will absolutely not happen. It's not going to go off on its own.
It could shatter the windows. As long as it doesn't break my Lego Millennium Falcon,
true.
Then I'm fine.
Are you fine with it being a bright red colour? Because it might end up that way.
It's orange.
Oh, it's an orange paintball.
I kind of want to go again.
Oh, no, that's how they get you. They did offer us, like, part-time jobs when we were there.
Yeah, but again, they were probably just desperate.
I think they were. I mean, certainly a bad time to start working at a paintball place.
Oh no, terrible time to start working at a paintball place. But I assume they saw you and thought, maybe we need someone for the kids to practice with. And a man of your physical stature, you know.
It's harder to hit a smaller target?
You're talking about hitting children?
No, I'm talking about...
hit children?
I'd only do that when I'm pissed, really. To whet their appetite.
You know I'm going to edit this, so you're like, yeah, of course, yeah, obviously.
I'm the one that submits this and uploads this. This is not going through. It has now been around 5 weeks since I did a full shave, and I've reached my peak mustache length, which is the longest I've ever let it go before deciding it looks disgusting and I've got to get rid of it.
I hate that, because last summer, I didn't shave for I think it was 4 months.
Yes.
I didn't shave or cut my hair for 4 months. And my beard was thick, but my mustache was so goddamn weak.
Well, I can't grow a beard on the sides of my face. So between us, we've got a full beard.
You can grow one hell of a mustache, yeah.
Hoping that it grows out further so I can either twirl it at the ends, so it can be like a Victorian detective, or perhaps I just want it to become incredibly bushy, so I look like a World War I general.
No, I think detective would suit you. Get your old leather jacket back on.
Oh, yes. And I'll just be there in a full tweed jacket.
I could imagine that. Dressed in full Sherlock cosplay.
Just act like that all the time. I'm going to pick up smoking a pipe just to complete the look. I'm going to kill my lungs.
It'd be worth it.
I don't think it would be worth it, actually. No, that's a terrible idea.
I mean, one of the problems is it stunts your growth.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to grow any taller anytime soon. To be fair, I don't think I can grow any shorter. Nice being back home where I'm not the shortest one in the house. Genetics could have been worse to me than it already has been.
Living in a dollhouse?
Oh, the world's a lot bigger when you're as short as me, Alex. You gotta appreciate it better. I'm making it sound like I'm 3 foot tall.
Warwick Davis?
I don't like these discussions about my height. I know, we keep falling back on this.
We can edit them out.
You been up to much aside from ripping up the carpets in the house?
Literally nothing.
What are you doing to pass the time then?
Playing the banjo.
Of course.
I was on Animal Crossing the other day.
Oh, yes. What's your turnip prices?
I'm on 82 today.
Oh, I'm on 83. It's rubbish.
What did you buy them for?
90 something.
That's not bad. Mine was selling for 106.
I mean, it's still worth it because they sell for 500 if you're good.
I know.
Yeah.
I've realised I'm just getting a loan shark on Animal Crossing. Wait till Sundays, give people money for turnips, collect a profit.
Yeah.
Because I can't be, but it took me half an hour to shift turnips last week. I invested 2.5 million and it took me half an hour to shift them.
It's amazing how many people are playing it, though.
It's crazy. No, it's absolutely mad.
Yeah.
People who I haven't spoken to since maybe late secondary school, early sixth form. I'm like visiting their island on Animal Crossing all the time.
It's a good way to get back in touch with people. So that's a suggestion at home. We officially endorse Animal Crossing.
If Animal Crossing want to sponsor us, then we'd be more than happy to say a lot of good things
Well,
about
pay
it.
us in turnips. We'll just sell them on to someone else to get the profit.
Also been playing that Shovel Knight.
Oh, I love Shovel Knight.
I am officially going to try and bargain with the university to get my degree changed from becoming an archaeologist to becoming a Shovel Knight, because I think it sounds a hell of a lot better.
Well, I love that you go on a quest to save this woman in this game, and it's a quest of chivalry. That's not my joke, it's in the game, it's brilliant.
No, it is a really good game, to be fair. I like the old, retro style.
Oh, I love the music as well.
It feels like Mario, but not Mario, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because you jump on enemies to get rid of them.
And you just hit them with a shovel.
You know, that works in real life too. It's a quite realistic game. We do not officially endorse hitting people with shovels.
Unless they're children, of course, yeah.
Yeah. We used to play at Lego Island on the PlayStation 1.
Lego Island?
Lego Island. I've gone back and looked at it, and it's not a good game. But it was amazing at the time. You go around as a pizza delivery person in this Lego world. That's the story.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, we've had a busy week for the show with being able to get on Spotify. We've started releasing the podcast. You might even be listening to this on Spotify, God forbid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I mean, why would you for a start? I mean, listen to this show at all.
No.
Okay,
to
sorry.
be fair, I feel like the podcast's getting better.
Yes.
I think the radio show hit a peak.
We were definitely getting better with the show. I'm half glad.
But I don't feel like the radio show was getting better as fast as we're getting better with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, the podcast can be so much better, so much quicker.
I agree, yeah.
Whereas the radio show, we kind of had to sit down a little bit more and listen to people and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I feel like the podcast's going to be... I hope we keep doing it, even when we've got the radio show.
I think so. I mean, recording it takes very little time at all.
It's like an hour a week recording. It's the editing, so if you have any problems listening with the editing, then that'll be my fault.
Yes, I'm going to teach you how to deal with it.
Me pushing the buttons this week.
I tell you what, all it is just like, you can hear one of us having a sip of our water in the background, so you just select that, mute it.
How audible is it? Can you actually hear it noticeably?
You can hear every noise there. Oh no. If you heard anything weird there, that was Alex editing. That didn't happen. Alright, so, Alex, do you remember what films you're watching this week?
I'll hold my hands up. My own fault. I have to watch 2 films. Blade Runner and Blade Runner 49?
2049.
2049.
2 of my favourite movies, and you've certainly got time to watch them now.
I mean, I'm back to work Wednesday.
A couple hours each.
If we record the second half of this on Thursday about 3 o'clock.
I could possibly do that.
Okay. Or Wednesday. Yeah. But again, I'll try and watch the film tomorrow.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Then we can get on with that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the drawings for this one.
Yeah, what's our little thumbnail going to be?
Well, that's going to be a surprise for you, because I'm going to keep it secret until it's done.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's just going to be in the style of whatever film we're watching for the week. Ooh, dear.
You heard that, right?
I heard that, yeah. What's that?
You heard that? I have no... That came from the house.
Go have a quick look, see we're not being broken into. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the section of the show where something fell in the background of the house where Alex is recording. Oh. And you can hear him there. I wonder if he'll find anything. Was it just post? Could be.
I'm going to say hopefully nothing.
Yeah? Oh dear. So, do you know anything about Blade Runner, Alex?
I don't. It has Ryan Gosling in.
You are correct. The sequel has Ryan Gosling in.
Ryan Gosling from The Nice Guys and La La Land.
I've not seen that one.
Neither have I. I have no intention. We'll never watch it on this podcast.
Well, if I watch it and decide it's worth watching, then perhaps. I just realised something. When we're uploading this episode, the list of episodes is gonna go Back to the Future, Blade Runner, Moana, Blade Runner again.
We can change it to be like, I don't know.
No, we can call this one Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
I called episode 4 Blade Runner, but in speech marks.
We could just call it Blade Runner ?
Yes. Anyway, we're going to disappear now for a quick break to watch the movie. This will last a few seconds for you. This will last 4 days for us.
What audio are we going to use to transition between the first and the second half? Are we just going to use Eliza's jingle?
We'll shake it up. We'll make a new jingle.
I'm not making it. No, you want me to make a new jingle?
I'll make a new jingle. I'll get this.
Oh, here we go.
I'll do it. Oh, don't threaten me. Hi everyone, this is Simon Lake. You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast. There you go, that's it. That's the new jingle.
Well, you played that beautifully, Simon.
Yep. So, you finally watched Blade Runner and Blade Runner.
I did. I've watched Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
Let's start with the first one, the one you should have watched in episode 4.
I made notes when I was watching the film so that I could follow the story a bit better.
I didn't quite follow it the best the first time I saw it, but...
It was an alright film. It's under the genre of sci-fi, isn't it?
I would say so, yes.
I don't know whether it does it well, but that's personal preference.
Okay, I'll let you get through your notes before I criticise you.
This goes for all films that take a look in the future to points that we are now at, or that we've gone past.
Yes, because this was 2019 it's set in.
And I like what, Back to the Future did it. They went to the future, which in the time was the future, but for us, it's events that have happened. And I like the way that they create these things in the future that seem really far-fetched and crazy. They've got holographic people and stuff that you would expect, flying cars, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But in the film, they haven't predicted stuff like mobile phones. They still use the old rotary payphone kind of thing.
Yeah, they've got car phones as well. That's basically all they've got.
All the TVs are analog because they haven't predicted the digital TV.
Yes. Oh, I love retro futuristic stuff where they use CRTs and dials and everything. Blade Runner does it. Alien also does it.
Is Alien not meant to be in the same cinematic universe as Blade Runner?
Yes, it is. Yes.
That's me taking interest in the film, like I promised.
Good. Right. Why don't you think it really works as a sort of
I know
an
it's Ridley Scott's
film.
way of directing, and he does a similar thing in Gladiator, where he kind of does those shots where there's slow motion, there's the music playing in the background.
Yes.
But it seems like it's just drawn out and unnecessary. I don't know. I know there's lots of different versions of the film, but I watched the one where Harrison Ford starts dreaming about the unicorn.
Yes, that's the best one.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but at the end, there's a big fight. One of the guys falls, drops a dove, and there's a scene where the dove flies away.
Yes.
And it feels like those kind of things are put into the film to kind of create visual effects so that the movie can go on. Did it win any awards?
I'm not sure if it did. I don't think it was that well received at the time.
Do you want to Google it and then say whether it did and sound really clever?
Alright. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. It was nominated for a bunch of Oscars, but it didn't.
Was it nominated for the visual effects kind of best picture?
Yes, visual effects and art direction. Well, it won a few BAFTAs for cinematography, costume design, production design.
Yeah.
Nothing for Ridley Scott, and annoyingly nothing for Vangelis, who made the music. I really love the music in the film, And it was a shame that I couldn't just play that on the radio show because it is all just like ambient music.
One of my favourite parts in the first film is Harrison Ford plays...
Deckard,
that's the one. So Harrison Ford plays Deckard, and it gets to a point in the film where he starts to question whether or not he is one of these robots.
Yes.
And I like that struggle that they put in there. And then they do a similar thing with Ryan Gosling in the second film, where he knows he's a robot because he's looking for Harrison Ford's child.
Oh, yes.
And he begins to question whether or not he is that child because they've implanted a certain memory in every robot to make them believe that they're special. I do like the internal struggles of the characters.
Oh, I think it's excellent.
Okay, I'll tell you what I wasn't a fan of. Do you know when Deckard was fighting before the final fight with Roy?
Yes.
She could have killed him. But in the film, she takes a few steps back and then takes a run at him.
Yeah.
Right. IMDb says she, quote-unquote, assaults him using acrobatics as she performs a series of backflips to finish Deckard off.
I don't think it's I think that's sort of the point. It's not a very human decision to make there. I think she's just so caught up in her confidence that she's going to win that she's showing off a bit.
As a black belt, do you think that that's the right move to make?
As a black belt, we don't really get taught backflips in combat scenarios. Could you imagine if we did, though? You get in a fight outside a club, you've had a bit too much to drink, and you just take a few steps back, and then you start charging up for the bouncer, doing backflips as you move along. Oh, not in a million years.
Should we move on to Blade Runner 2049?
Yes. Now, before you get into it a bit, which film did you prefer?
I preferred the second one.
I also prefer the second one, but it's close for me.
But no, I didn't actually make any notes for the second one because I enjoyed it and I could follow it a bit better.
Oh, I think it's a beautiful film. Visual effects-wise, it's excellent.
It's good. I don't think I would watch it again, but
no?
I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy watching it the first time.
Yeah. Because I've been busy lately, I don't have time to edit this episode myself, so Alex is doing the episode editing. And I listened to the clip he's given me of his edit of the first half, and I'm not too happy with it, but I don't have time to go through and fix it myself. So I have to be extremely careful.
Simon's annoyed because he told me that stuff about hitting children in privacy.
I did. You've taken completely unrelated clips of my voice out of context. I would have thought you would have made it more obvious, but apparently not. So this is fun.
I have so much fun editing these.
I think it'll be a very different sort of feeling to the one I put out. Whereas the one I put out, I was being especially careful with what I kept in. You've been careful with what's kept in for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just incriminating me with every chance you get.
Sometimes it be like that. It really do.
It shouldn't be like that. So, if you were to give each of them a rating out of 10, what would it be?
I'd give the first one a 5.
A 5?
A 5 being neutral ground.
Right.
Like, I don't have strong feelings towards it for it to be a good film, but at the same time, I don't think it was a bad film.
Okay. I don't agree with that, but yeah.
And the second one, I think I'd give a 7. Again, personal preference.
Yes.
The film didn't have what I would consider to be all of the aspects of a good film. I didn't like Jared Leto, but...
No, I'm not that keen on him.
Yeah, I think you could take him out of the movie and replace him with a lesser-known actor.
Yeah.
I think the job would have been done just as well, if not better.
Yeah, because I've heard he's not a great guy to be around. especially regarding Suicide Squad. He got annoyed that they made Joker without him.
He did. No, I saw a thing about that. He got really annoyed.
I thought Joker was an alright film
compared to Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, it's leaps and bounds ahead.
They've done so many adaptations. It's like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I think with Tom Holland they've nailed it.
I still think they nailed it with Tobey Maguire.
But there's been so many adaptations of the same kind of thing, like the Batman, the Joker.
Yeah.
Jared Leto played the Joker, and he got replaced by Joaquin Phoenix, who did a better job.
Yes.
Even if you don't think he did the best job, if you think the Joker wasn't an amazing film, it's still a good film.
Yes.
But I think to be able to stand back and look and see that somebody else has done the better job and that the public like Joaquin Phoenix, that's what he should have done. Instead of say, oh, I'm really upset, they should have cast me.
Yeah, I certainly think Joaquin Phoenix was the strong point in the film.
Oh, yeah. Joaquin Phoenix is great.
I've not seen him in too much, but whenever I have seen him, he's been excellent. Well, we're going to return to one of my favourite sections of the show, because I have prepared some more badly described film plots. Okay, so are you ready?
I am as ready as I can be.
Let's start with a somewhat simple one. Old man pulls some strings to avoid being evicted, but things head south.
I assume the strings aren't physical.
You would assume wrongly.
Pinocchio?
No, but not a bad guess.
Old man pulls some strings to avoid getting evicted from his house. Disney Pixar's Up.
You are correct, yes.
Thank you.
Alright, that was a nice one to start off with. A weapons manufacturer decides to stop making weapons in place of making an even better weapon.
Iron Man.
Yes, there you go.
Thank you.
Billionaire paranoid of immigrant.
A billionaire paranoid of an immigrant?
Yes.
Set modern world?
Sort of, yeah.
I assume they're paranoid because they're worried that the immigrant's going to pose a threat to them?
That's correct, yes.
Got it.
Have you got it?
Billionaire paranoid about immigrants. It's the current American government.
Well, that's not quite the answer I had here, but keep guessing.
Billionaire paranoid about an immigrant?
Mm-hmm.
And where's the immigrant from?
Very good question.
It's not Earth, is it?
It's not.
Batman vs Superman?
There you go.
Oh.
Batman vs Superman.
Yes.
Got there in the end.
No, that's going to be the quickest one I get when I edit it.
No, it's not. I need to decide what film we're watching. I'm going to subtly do this bit now, so cut it out because I'm just going to be quiet for just a little sec.
Okay.
You're leaving it in, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to save some of my favourite films for a bit. Possibly for when we can watch them in person so I can grill you on them. It's tough because I've got a big list of potential films here. I'll make it a nice, easy watch for you.
Okay.
The film we are going to be watching this week is...
And then insert drum roll.
John Wick. So, I'm assuming you've not seen John Wick.
I have not.
I wouldn't call it like one of the cinematic classics of all time, but I think it's an excellent film. I reckon you'll like it. It's definitely an action movie.
Okay, I like action movies then.
It's just non-stop action movie, pretty much.
Okay.
You got anything else to...
No, I think that's it. That's it from me.
No, we're not doing that as an outro.
That's it from me.
I'm not doing the stereotypical, oh, here's the end part. We're done now. Tune in next week